Okay, sorry, something happened. But, yeah, I had a strong fascination with cluster B disorders, so naturally because I'm able to relate to them so heavily, like, not in like a vague sense, like my actions and the actions that I take. Um, Maybe it's just because I'm so hyper aware, but I'm worried that normal shit's pathological. But a lot of the stuff that I do is just uncomfortable. Like, whenever I'm trying to get attention from someone, which I do a lot, if I don't get enough attention from someone, I freak the hell out. And, like, I don't do very well if I'm not getting any attention. But I also easily isolate. Um, and I generally, like, it's either a whole ass group that I'm, like, obsessed with, or it's a single person. And as of late, I've been working hard on not getting close to people on the level that I used to. Like seeing someone as my best friend forever, like perfect, and then crying whenever I think about how it could end and stuff like that, or going to only one person whenever I have an issue, which I still do that. I only go to one friend right now whenever I have an issue. I really shouldn't. I need to branch out and talk with other people. It's just I can only trust like one person at a time, which I don't know why I'm like that. Like, I can vaguely trust other people as long as I've known them for like 15 years, but someone new, there's no trust. I will not trust someone new. It takes a long, long ass time. Or they have to like rapidly emotionally open up to me, and then I'll start trusting them. But then again, I always assume people are hiding something, or something I'm not seeing, and shit like that. And like, I think about this shit all the time. Like, it's not just like a passing thought. No, it influences the way I do everything. It influences the way I think, what I do, what I say, every little thing you can imagine. It's bad. And it's uncomfortable. It isn't a comfortable experience. It's like only having one person to speak to is awful. Okay, I don't know if I generally do have it pinker, so like, I generally get this like pink thingy. I used to use it like for vaguely blush, but I actually have blush now, so I don't have to. I generally just like, just generally put it on my upper eyelid, maybe a little bit down there, and then I'll just kind of do that generally. I do like really just basic makeup. Like, some people just can't even tell I'm wearing makeup because I just generally just try to make it look as natural as possible. Just cover up whatever I don't like about my face generally. So yeah. Then I forgot my other brush. Let me find it. One second. Other brush. Now then, I will also like to put on like something a bit darker. I have this palette right here. I'm probably gonna choose like this darker color right here. Okay. And then this. And then I'll just kind of work it in, I guess. The quality is really bad, so you really just can't see anything. So neither can I. But, one thing, like I logically know where I am. I'm pretty much constantly dissociated on some level. I'm in touch with what's going on, but a lot of that's just anxiety, right? Where I need to be in constant control. and trying to come to terms that I really don't have control over most things. And my desire, the whole reason why I care now is I went down this like rabbit hole where I basically had to be perfect. Like, that was what I was doing, is I was trying as my best to be as perfect as possible, to meet every criteria for like perfection. And I realized that a lot of it comes from the mind, right? So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna be perfect, I gotta focus on my mind. I gotta reach that. That way I can be famous and everyone can see me and everyone will love me and I won't have to worry about anything ever. And the further I got down on that, the further I realized, I guess, the person that I am, like, the human being that I've become, the woman that I am, and how I've treated people, the thoughts that I've had that are pathological, that aren't normal, right? I'm sure everyone, every once in a while, like if they hear the term narcissist, they might wonder, oh, am I a narcissist? And generally they'll let that go. And I can let go of it, in a sense. I know I'm not a narcissist now. That was not one that really like clings to me anymore. I was really worried about it for a while. Likely not. At least I hope not. And if I am, I'm gonna work on it. So... But BPD and HPD are ones that I do on some level resonate with. Maybe not like hypersexual HPD, but like for me it's like I constantly need to be seen, validated. I need to be known, like I need to know constantly that I'm valuable. And it's not like someone can tell me I'm valuable a month later, right? It's going away. Whatever they said to me, I've already forgotten. It doesn't mean anything. Or I've already started to doubt it, right? So, like, already completely gone at that point. Like, I have like a little gold thingy, like for shinies. But yeah, it'll just completely disappear, right? So... Yeah, so with time, it'll just come... I already said that. What did I... What did... No. Stop. Okay. But, yeah. I also understand that, like, what am I talking about? This is honestly one of the scariest things that I've ever gone through. I'm honestly just scared. I'm just living constant fear, honestly. And I know when this started happening. It happened when the LSD happened. Oh my god, I'm going through the loop again. Okay. That's intense. And so I feel like I'm crazy and there's something wrong with me, right? And I understand what's going, like, on some level I know what's going on, right? I'm self-conscious and aware. I understand the processy. I know how to appear normal. But I know my brain's stuck in this loop, and I just can't get out of it. By the way, to explain the LSD thing, I did 5 tabs one day, or 4 tabs that night, and was used sexually. I was sexually assaulted, and it was awful. Yeah. And then the next day I did 10 tabs and tried to end my life. I took a bunch of different pills, drank a bunch of alcohol, listened to A Crow Looked at Me by Mount Erie. Then I listened to The Glow. And then I woke up the next day. And I know my brain at that point was already faded. It was already kind of falling apart. And then I think, like a week later, I did 4 grams of shrooms. After I stopped taking my antipsychotics too. And I was still regularly being used sexually at that time. Or used emotionally, used in some way. And I remember the latter trip more. During the shroom one, I could barely tell what was happening. I know it was a bad trip, but I was stumbling around my room for hours. What it felt like hours. And I was trying to find my mom, my dad, and my brothers. And thinking about everything that had ever happened to me. And I reverted back to like a childlike state. And I threw up everywhere. I tripped. And I was sobbing the whole time. And I'm sure subconsciously I was thinking of other things. I'd like to point out that my whole life I've never believed in the self-conscious, or the subconscious, because I wanted complete control over everything. And I know on some level I can kind of control the subconscious, maybe, I hope. But having to let go is hard, because if I completely let go, people are going to see that I'm crazy. Or that I am just psychotic and crazy and neurotic and all over the place. I have a job, but I can barely keep it. I backed into a car the other day and just drove off. And I feel bad, and I drove back. I had an appointment that I had to go to, and I drove back trying to give them money. And they weren't there. Well, I was gonna give them money and my phone number, and I was gonna beg them not to do my insurance, because I've already gotten in a wreck before. It's scary. I know I've been like this on some level my whole life. Stressed. Anxious. Scared. And it feels like the only thing that helps it is having someone's hand to hold. Having someone to talk to emotionally all the time. But I'm a lot. This whole thing is a lot. And, okay, I'm getting... yeah. It's a lot. I don't know where I put the blush. Did I even grab it? I don't think I did. No, I thought I did. I swear I grabbed it. Where did I put it? Do I have it? Do I have it? I don't see it. I don't see it. Fuck. In it. Shit. Stop. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. I think. Okay, well I guess I don't have blush. Which means I'm gonna do what I normally do. Which is use this thingy. Well, I have blush, I don't know where it is because I lost it, I guess. Trying to just like do this and shit. I generally feel like a whore every time I do makeup, I'm gonna be honest. Because I'm not good at it. If you don't notice, my self-esteem's really bad. It's a little, I mean, it can be good in some regards. There's just, I spent my life feeling inferior, unseen, imperfect, worthless. Because I could never fit in with anyone else. Because I always felt distinct and weird. I'm just not all the way there. This has got to be really depressing for people, I feel. Unless someone's as fucked up as me and they can watch this shit like I can. I mean, I know logically I'm not fucked up. I mean, I'm fucked up, but like normal people would consider me fucking broken. All over the place, or maybe someone would actually love me. I can't tell. I should use concealer. I do have it. My brain broke. I would put on lipstick too, but my brain broke. That doesn't, no, stop. I don't even know what this is. I just wish someone would hold my hand. It is an interesting thought that I keep on having daily, every few hours. Because I just go through these loops. It's the same thing all the time. I don't get to choose what it's like. But it's like the only time I feel good is whenever I convince myself I'm perfect. And I look in the mirror and admire everything about myself. I can't do anything wrong. And then when I realize I've done something wrong, I die. I explode on myself. When I've hurt someone, it's over. And when I hurt myself, it's the best thing I've ever done. But, oh, that's not what I was... Earlier when I said this is what I think about a lot is, so... I had a twin sister, and she passed away after 4 months. But from what I understand is, she held my hand whenever I'd have to go to sleep. Like, always held my hand, always was close to me, and yeah, but she passed away at 4 months. And obviously that my mom isn't all there. And you can tell. She lives the same life every day, the same memories all the time. She does the same thing every day. And when she gets bad, she's neglectful, she's mean, she's awful. And so probably as an infant, I was not treated the best. My older brothers did raise me, though, basically. They showed me love and empathy when my mom wouldn't. But I remember, and my younger brother, he was born 11 months after me, so I spent like a good 5-6 months or whatever. Well, more than that, probably a year, but because I would always crawl into his crib and try to hold his hand, or just be close to someone when I started being able to walk, but he was too small, so I couldn't. So I spent a lot of time alone, and I didn't like that. As a baby, and which is crazy and awful. That it was already there, my desire to be loved and felt and heard all the time. That it might just be in my nature. And that I can't control that. That I'm always going to long for someone, but have to keep distance because I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to deal with the pain that comes with trying to navigate a new relationship, because for the first 3 months, it is chaos. It is a lot. And then I mellow out. I'll mellow out for about a couple months, and then I withdraw. I'll withdraw for maybe 3 months, where my partner won't hear much from me. I'll be more cold and distant. I'll spend a lot of my time just watching anime or anything. I generally won't get out much. I'll just completely isolate. And then when I leave that state, I become obsessed, but by then the damage is often done. If not that, then I've damaged them enough from isolating that they don't have their hobbies and they're no longer the person that I started dating. Either from the actions I've done, how I've treated them, what I've said to them. Vaguely. I'm never blunt about anything, right? I'm not directly gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't wear this. I'll vaguely be like, doesn't look good on you, or something like that, and I'll slowly try to shape them into someone that I like more. And I feel awful for that, because I don't even know what I like. I don't even know what I want someone to be. I don't even know what my type is anymore, because my sense of self is completely degraded. I had it for a while, I think. So a part of this is just self-loathing. I don't treat people that badly, probably. I don't think. And then I get into a self-loathing spot and I feel guilty about everything I've done. I've only been in 2 long-term relationships. I don't have enough experience to really concrete say what the outlook of a relationship looks like for me. I like to believe in the worst, though. So, yeah. I'm autistic, so I fidget a lot. And ADHD, so it's like brutal. It's brutal. I just feel dead. I feel empty and broken. And I have 2 bottles of vodka in my room, and they're just tempting me. I don't drink that much, but they're just there. They just sit there. My mom's an alcoholic. I really hope I don't stumble down that. At least I'm aware. At least I'm aware. But how much is awareness gonna do me? Is it just gonna hold me back from doing certain things? Same with logic is I can use logic all I want. I can intellectualize everything I do. Does it help? No. It does nothing for me. Whenever someone tells me, it's like, well, logically you're not perfect. You know that's not true. It's like, okay, but I feel perfect. Knowing that I'm not isn't going to change that. When I'm like, I'm worthless, it's like, okay, I know logically I'm not worthless, but I feel worthless. Like, what is logic doing for me right now? What is logically trying to understand that ever going to do? Nothing. It never does anything. And everyone's always tried to intellectualize my emotions for me. They say it's just chemicals in my head, or it's just blah blah blah. And I was put on SSRIs, and I cut off everyone in my life, and I went total psycho. It was bad. Very, very mean, hostile, irritable. I don't like it, so I really don't take SSRIs. I do take a mood stabilizer, I take Lamictal, and I shouldn't be sharing this stuff, but I don't give a fuck anymore. Oh god. But yeah, so I'm really thirsty. Um, um, I do likely have, wait, no. Stop. Okay, so, no, stop. But, stop. 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 Okay, I'm sorry. Um, okay. I think my brain's stalling. I don't even know why. I know it's trying to protect me from something, but I can't even tell. Stop. Why? Okay. Okay. Stop. Fuck. Shit. Okay, stop. I don't know what's going on. It gets bad at night. Night. Bad. Bad. No, stop. So yeah, it gets, what time is it? It's 11:42. Okay, yeah. It gets unmanageable at night, whatever this is. I know it's just something, like hallucinations, or something. Because this ear starts hearing something, it's like, almost like Mayan hymns, or like hums, or hums. It's like humming, but like humans. Yeah. I don't know what's happening. Just, okay. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry.